know what I really hate, Chad, is I turned on 90-second protection. So, like, after 90 seconds is when the stream officially crashes, right? And all of my crashes usually last, like, 91 seconds. I just had to explain to my... Oh my god. I'm gonna silence my phone again. I just explained to my brother that, because he was like, wait, why are you working Christmas and Christmas Eve night? And I went, oh, because I get paid, like, triple. And just, like, triple? Yes, I get paid time and a half for working, like, all of those. You know what? Big ol' swampbird, hopefully in my midst. Also, I'm so sorry for everyone who's, like, new to stream and doesn't understand that my Wi-Fi hates me. My Wi-Fi hates me hard. And I do mean hates me hard. What am I doing? He will reach the balls. One of my, like, more fun things, in my opinion, one of the more fun things, in my opinion, about my shiny hunting was it literally just kind of started because I got a shiny mudkip on accident, and I was like, oh wow, breeding these is easy. And then like 3 days and 3 shinies later, and we saw them. I was like, man, this is fun. I would just sit there mindlessly breeding shinies like it was a science. I'm just gonna catch you. There is like no way I do not go undetected by those fuckers. gonna get you. Oh, catch something undetected. Anyways, here's 500 Carvana. Oh my god. For anyone wondering why I'd be mad at that, Carvana are really hard to catch undetected. That would be like the equivalent of saying, like, catch these animals that can hear you fucking breathe from a mile away. They also will try and kill you if they find you. I can safely say at least it's not the Xenoblade X enemy AI, which is even worse. Those motherfuckers detect you breathing. Abuse. You're very, very awful. Special attack. I'm thinking. I could just, like, do this. I love that she's behind a wall. Somehow stuck behind a wall. Hey, Leon. Sorry about the crashes. Those things happen. But, I love that Frostless was behind a wall. And it was like, I'm gonna hit this man with a lightning bolt anyways. I should say, if you're new to stream, crashes do happen. They've been getting more frequent, which is really bad, but I have no control. We have no idea what is causing the crashes, but they've been getting worse. I will say, if anyone wants to help, all we know about them is that they're caused by Wi-Fi, they've been getting worse, and there's, like, nothing changed to my setup. So that's the weirdest part, there's nothing changed to the setup. It's just they really, really don't like me. Hope the crashes aren't that frequent. They used to not be as frequent. If you look at, like, the videos that are uploaded, you'll definitely notice, like, yeah, it, like, got bad. But we can't really just be like, oh yes, we have a magical solution. It is seriously just, like, they started and they haven't stopped. On the bright side, I usually am able to stop when I notice they happen. Like, I will, if I'm in the middle of something, I'll usually hit the home menu and, like, pause immediately so that it doesn't, like, immediately be like, oh, you missed, like, important story events. On the downside, it leads to very sloppy VODs, which I kind of hate. These Mudkip don't want to spawn. They do not want to spawn. God help me. Chat, this Carvana has learned that it has the lowest oh my god! Actually, hold on. Sorry, I have to take care of your friends. I'm gonna catch you in a look ball. Pink ball. What are the top 5 Pokemon you want in Pokken based on plus their playstyle? A shiny, nice, exactly. I do have a shiny Carvana, but I don't mind because a shiny. Alpha Mudkip. I know Hoopa would be one of them because, like, Hoopa is honestly just a cool looking guy. Other ones that I would include are like... You know, Tekking has, the bear. I kind of want, like, there to be Ursaring or Beartick as, like, the bear. I don't know how the bear plays, though. I don't know how Kuma plays. I really should learn. I think like I would love grapplers most. Alright, hold on. The spawns are set upon loading. You'd have to run a backup save if you were deciding to put them near you. Backup goes to the last heal at a Pokemon Center does, so just be aware of that. Alright. But yeah, Ursaring is like Kuma basically. Cause like Tekken reference, you know. I'd love Mr. Mime as like a joke character, because he's Mr. Mime. So like he's setting up like barriers and like doing mime stuff on you. He, like, Mr. Mime or Mr. Rhyme deserve to be in the game as like a silly character. Hoopa I've already said. So I have 2 left. I would give... This is like a really good question. Oh, you know what? You know who I think? Zoroark? Yeah, Zoroark can work for favoritism. Like, your favoritism of Zoroark, also Zoroark can just work. In like a Pokken setting, Zoroark could work. I think we should add, like, not a fighting type. I'm trying to think of what Pokemon is. Oh yeah, Pinsir or Heracross. I think those 2 would go really hard as like grappler archetypes. Because like, first off, tell me you don't want to play as those 2. Second off, wouldn't it just be awesome? And, I think the only one that I'm like, you know who would really be cool is Primeape as a rushdown, or Annihilape as a rushdown. Heracross stocks are up right now due to boys. I still love that his name is technically Blah, but no, he's boys. I would like to play as those 2 exactly. You can see it too, I imagine, like, the dream of, like, you're, like, in a match as Pinsir and you're, like, flying around as Mega Pinsir after you get your super. Before that, you're using your big old pincers to, like, pick people up and suplex them and stuff. Actually, you know what would be a really fun one? Give us Tauros. Give us Tauros for no reason other than it's Tauros. I think that Suicune was a really fun character. Tauros would be really fun. Which one? Your pick on which Tauros, I'm gonna say. Because, like, all the Tauros are iconic, but, like, I think that it really is just, like, have Tauros. For no other reason than he's Tauros. Like, when you think of an iconic character that would be like a silly addition, Tauros. I have the big Mudkip. I wonder if it's in Centrico. But yeah, now we have backup loaded. I think it could be fun though, just for the sheer reason of, like, he got Raging Bull. He's like a super iconic character in the anime where Ash has 30 Tauros. Ooh, unidentified Megastone. Mr. Mime, but it's high octane, that shit. Yeah, I've seen the Mr. Ride. I was the one, I believe, who showed you the Mr. Mime ride animation in Cobblemon. Also, yes, for anyone who has no idea, you can ride Mr. Mime in Cobblemon, which is, like, an amazing sentence in its own right, but if you have not seen it, the Cobblemon devs had a hilarious idea. I think it is personally one of the funnier things in Cobblemon. Alright, which Mega do we think this is gonna be? It's Invisible Boatmobile or Crazy Frog. Oh. I think I went in the wrong one, but okay. I do love the idea that maybe Mr. Rhyme, Galarian Mr. Rhyme, or Mr. Mime, he rides on the other side. Did you get the Alpha Charizard mystery gift? I don't really need it. I'm pretty sure I have an Alpha Charizard already. I love Game Freak's trolling there with making people believe that there will be a Mega Charizard Z. Also, introducing Oh No This. Holy shit, that did damage. Holy shit, that Magma Storm AoE. That wasn't even the Mega Evolved version of Heatran using it, by the way. Heatran's Mega is just unironically an unholy abomination. He-Trans Mega dares to ask the question, what if we just fucking destroyed the meta? I love that they went lava monster for that. It literally is a giant mass of molten steel. It is amazing. Karina, why did you interrupt me? Who gave you the right? If Karina didn't interrupt me, we would have like had that in the bag. That eats your equipment, by the way. Oh, your earthquake. Exactly, like, why did she do that? Why did you do that? Chat, wait. Gyarados got that double kill, so cool. Exactly, but ready? This is the best outfit. This is the best outfit. I forgot how to change outfits. How do you change outfit? Meow. How do you change outfit? There we go. This is the best outfit, because I just get muscles. I get... oh! Chat, behold! My two brain cells! Himbo and Femboy. Hold on, I want to see. I'm putting on that. It looks... yo, I get the hat! Hold on, Ray. Oh shit, I can wear Ivor's gloves or I can wear these dainty gloves. Yo, I get her tights! That kinda hard. That kinda hard. Yes. Be a femboy for us. You got it! Oh my god. The tights are amazing. I'm gonna remove that so you can see how dead inside I am. There we go. I don't get her earrings? What the fuck? Oh yeah, I do get all of her other clothes, but not her earrings. There we go, boys. I am serving so hard. Oh yeah. Who want better, chat? The mental image of a sleeve ripping and you're just jacked. Well, yeah, I call these Pokemon, so... oh, there's where the Mega Stone is. Oops. Which Pokemon am I about to serve the fuck up on? I'm gonna use this one. Hold on, actually. Yeah, I'll use this one. The mental... I just died. Now just look at my sleeves right now and just know that I could rip them off at any moment and be jacked as hell. Where's the Pokemon? Oh, shit! Big nose. You can hold plus to skip that. Alright, good. I'm so sorry, chat, but who the fuck let Tenna in? Your Persona 5, is that you? It's Big Nose TV, man. Big Nose TV, man, why are you doing this? This thing is taking, like, no damage. Jesus Christ. I got an idea. Ow. Idea. Alright, idea almost worked. Oh my god! Oh shit. Well shit! You used the 3-star donut that is a lower level too. That's fair. That's fair. That was close. Fortunately, chat, I have Gaslight, Gatekeeped, and Girl Bossed my way out of the situation. And now we have Mega Glamora. Which is absolutely correct. Imagine, if you will, all the hazards. Fuck you for thinking that you would ever not experience hazards ever again. In fact, get out of here. Run! The hazards are coming for you, little man. Yeah, she's noticing how much I'm serving. Damn it! Wouldn't there be 9? Yep. I knew it. I didn't realize I'd get myself roped into a quest. Sportacular sales, the fun guy. What? Is this a mushroom-obsessed woman? Yes, my queen, I shall bring you a focus. I love woman with an appreciation for donuts. Or not for I love woman with an appreciation for donuts! You can absolutely give her a shiny, by the way. That'd be funny. Oh no, I don't know if I have any. I'll get her a Fungus at some point, I guess. You plan to? Is it gonna be called Amoongush?
There is a fungus.
Oh my gosh! I'm never getting over my favorite part of Aqua Teen Hunger Force is unironically the delivery of the line.
It appears there is an imposter among us.
Because when I heard that, it broke my brain. You have something to tell me, Digitus? Ooh, catching berry bug. Wait, hold on, hit map real quick, I forgot which wild zone it was. Is this about the Galarian Yamask? Because I have learned about that. Damn it. Wrong move! Son of a bitch. It's a side quest that gives you 10 love balls. Yo! That is pretty dope. Yeah, Frostless, you got this. I've got to get rid of Will-O-Wisp on you. Remember where you caught Xerneas, the other wild Zord in that bar is the north of it? Alright. Quest set the south. Alright, I know where it is. I'm hoping I can catch a shiny Wimpod due to the existence of Mega Galaxipod. Also, a shiny Wimpod kind of goes hard. If not in this one, I can definitely get it in this one, though. Actually, Drew, while you're in chat, can you do me a favor and screenshot, stream, and send it to Leela and just be like, look who's serving. Could fly spam if it's close to spawn. It was close to spawn. Could I just use a backup save? How do you... Actually, hold on. With the backup save... Look here. Face the camera real quick? Alright, hold on. Frostlass, sorry, you gotta go away. You can't serve with me. Look who's serving! It's a me, ya boy! Once again in drag. If I don't get Wimpod in this, we'll hunt him later. Oh, there's an alpha. Is the alpha gonna run away? Is this the only alpha that runs away? If that's the case, that is hilarious. Okay, so backup save, that takes you back to the last Pokemon Center you healed at. D-pad up XB on title screen. This can be used to reroll donuts or spawn locations. Alright. Good to know. After I get this floaty, we'll see. Because I do want these berries. I'll do like that though if I'm like, oh, I like super need the shiny Wimpod. Because right now I really don't. Right now the shiny Wimpod would just be nice. So you got Torchic, you re-rolled until close spawn. Torchic in this game is like probably the best way to hunt Torchic. Torchic's, I'm not joking, chat. Torchic's shiny is more diabolical than its gender difference. And I imagine most of you didn't even know Torchic had a gender difference. By complete chance, also got a Shelfa Lampent. Nice! Chandelure is actually really good to have as an alpha, especially online due to Heatwave. Heatwave Chandelure has been the bane of my goddamn existence lately. I'll give you an idea of what it's like, Drew, okay? Someone megas their Chandelure, right? And from, like, across the map, hits my Pokemon, and then 5 seconds later, after their Chandelure is, like, done whatever the fuck it's doing, it'll just, like, cover the map. Like, in intense fire type damage. Some guy wiped out 3 Pokemon last night doing that. He had a Shelfa Chandelure, and I was like, cool. Like, megaed it, and just went, guess what, Heatwave. And we all just were, like, victims. We all had to sit there and witness. Alright, if I have to leave the hyperspace, will I be forced out? Like, will I not be able to do the save trick, or no? Also, insert grid screen? Yes. That is what that man had me feeling like. The space deletes upon leaving. Alright. Up, XB. That's actually a pretty simple combo. If you want to save the berries, using a bench can re-roll the map. When did you last heal at a center? Right before I went in. Did you forget I did that? Using a bench, though, can reroll this map? That's actually crazy. Reroll until close spawn and fly spam, GG. Yeah, I completely forgot. I was waiting for you to be like, oh fuck! When did you last heal at a Pokemon Center? Before he beat the game. Oh my god, this is what reminded me. So chat, I was watching One Piece earlier, right? And I should say One Piece spoilers. Spoilers for the anime in particular. If you've been reading the manga, you know at this point. Like, if you're up to date on the manga, you know at this point is likely coming up, right? You can bench until mud skip space, heal at a center, then reroll to close spawn. Nice. But yeah, spoilers for One Piece anime, not the manga. If you've been up to date on the manga, you know about this point. There was a funny scream in One Piece today where Emu, after the hockey nuke is dropped, basically, right? I am not joking, by the way, either. I am so happy other people were saying this. He sounds like a COD zombie screaming. Like, genuinely, with the filter they put on his voice. And, like, the way this person screams in Japanese. It sounds like a COD zombie. It is beyond hilarious, too, because it's just like, man's just like, alright, what are they gonna do down there? COD zombie scream. It comes immediately after, like, one of the most epic feeling moments, too. So it's even funnier because it's edited like a YouTube poop, essentially. If they did, like, a, real serious scream, I imagine it went through the filter and unfortunately ended up sounding like that. Me waiting for Redacted to eat shit so Rume can see the most brutal death to date. I just love the idea, though, of there's like that fake Capri Sun commercial where, like, it's like the joke is like all the kids like fly into a sport athlete and they're all in the form of Capri Sun, and then when they like reform in the humans, they're all just like a horrifying homunculus, and this guy just goes, Jesus Christ! I need that to be dropped in that episode so bad. It is true though, that is the most brutal date to death, and I love it so much. I've been waiting to see how they'll handle it, because I think that they are going to not hold back. For those who are like, what the fuck are they talking about? One Piece has some shockingly brutal deaths. For like an anime and manga series that is like primarily lighthearted usually, and like silly and goofy, they have to make it so incredibly dark at moments that you forget you're watching an anime that is primarily supposed to be comedy. Alright, the plan is simple. Yay! I've been trying to get one of my boyfriends into One Piece because I was like, hon, I know you hate the government for everything they're doing, and I feel like you would just love this. Because One Piece, unironically, is about rising up against a corrupt government. All those memes you do see that are like, One Piece is unironically about, like, silly McGoober rising up against the government. Those are true. One Piece is unironically just like, the adventures of silly McGoober and how he destroyed the world's most corrupt government. There is no better way to describe it than that. It is hilarious that that is what it is, but it really is just like silly McGoober fights the government and wins.